you doing? Is it wide? Oh God. Why? I made it with plenty of time. So we are at the pinnacle of what GoPro allows us. We're at 4K 24p. We got external audio into a system of love, the Zoom H1 and a lav mic, selfie stick enabling super wide action, hopefully non-fish-like. That got awkward. So today we see what the GoPro is capable of. I keep getting all these comments. Whenever I post a review video, people will say, oh, this is the worst it's ever looked. I'm good at what I do. I know things. Y'all are watching 4K videos comparing to my little 1080p. It's like, oh bro, I've seen full frame cameras that look better than your smartphone. What the hell is that? It's like, y'all know what you're watching here. I've been looking for good 1080p. The G85, I almost killed her. I almost decapitated her with the selfie stick. It's like 15 feet away from me. What was I even talking about? One of the reasons I love the Panasonic G85 because it does fantastic 1080p. It's like great. Most companies just skip that, like the Sony a6400. They don't even care. They don't even care about the little guy. They only want rich fat cats who shoot in 4K. Although I got a new computer, we should be able to handle it now. Plenty of storage. So I'll do a little what my PC is in a day video. I've already unboxed it, I'm sorry. And a fun fact for you, Fuji has the best 1080p I've ever seen. Hands down, no question. So that's what I like. That's what I like to shoot in, smaller file sizes. And it's just easier to work with. But now we got some space, so we'll see. We'll see if we can jump up or if it's worth it at all. So let's test this bitch.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
There's no way that time warp was stable. If it was, I'd be shocked. I had the selfie stick, it was wobbling. When I looked back, once it was like tilted on like that kind of axis. I'll access your mom. So one thing I'm noticing compared to the Sony X3000, this is not as wide, unless you do the super view, but that goes pure fisheye. One of the amazing things about the Sony is that it's rectilinear. It's not that warpy shit. There's a tiny bit, but it's like 17 mil equivalent, whereas this, by the time you get to linear mode, it's like 21, something like that, unusable. And just one of the biggest differences is the form factor, how the Sony's a long body with the lens in front. You can hold back and it doesn't get your hand in the shot, whereas this, you might be able to see it, maybe not the way I did it. But if you're not paying attention, that's easily in your shot. And if you hold underneath, then you're a midget, you gotta bring it in, then you're not as wide, are you? This is probably like a 24 mil equivalent look that I hate so much. Why don't you love me? I'm not gonna lie though, I'm really enjoying that hyperlapse feature so much. On my other channel, I got this footage. I was eating bananas in a mall, and then I started walking with it, and then I started chasing this pigeon. It was like the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't have done that on the Sony. Actually, I could have. Probably would have looked even better. I do like a lot of the features of this though. The one tap switch to slow-mo. It's just boom, slow-mo on. And there's a lot more features to control, but if it's not wide enough, like that's my whole goal here. You need a wide camera that I can just pocket. Everybody's saying, oh, just get a selfie stick. Where's that? Not in my pocket, because it's impossible. It's gotta be this. It's gotta be this tiny little thing, and then when I'm done my clip, put it in my pocket, go on to the next thing. That's compactability. Ah, boy. I want to cut that out so bad. I will say this though, the stabilization on this is absolutely superior to the Sony in every way, even though it's electronic. I just notice it when I'm like switching hands. I'm able to switch hands without nothing. There's no stumblies, no weirdness. On the Sony, it doesn't have the roll axis. It doesn't stabilize that at all. So you do the tiniest little thing, oh, you want to flip around and film something, it does shake. If I'm just walking like this, they're comparable, but this is much better. Props to you, GoPro. But it does have a more processed image. It's smartphone-like. I don't know what they're doing inside, but the Sony, it may not look as good, it's not as sharp, but it's not processed, it's natural. It looks much more natural. Comparing to that footage in Thailand on that last video, I was like, oh, look at that Sony. It's beautiful. In the right lighting conditions, nothing seems to handle super bright sunlight. The Sony doesn't handle shadows when you're up it like that. I am tempted to jump over to GoPro just because the hyperlapse is fun. It's easier to use, everything's better. Like it's a more modern camera. It's better than the Sony in almost every way. I notice my hyperlapses aren't very stable though. I don't know what people are doing. I guess they're holding a selfie stick and it's better. But if you're just walking, it's not very good. GoPro, you could work on that. And the changing exposures kind of suck. The battery life is pretty terrible though, and I can only imagine what the media mods attached would do. Can you imagine a flippy screen and the mic mod and a light? It's like that thing would drain in 20 minutes. So we'll see. I'm trying to sell myself on this machine. I want to upgrade so bad. I want something new. Like Sony, I know what I'm gonna get from it every time. It's decent, it's usable, and it sounds better than this. This is the GoPro audio, by the way. That's fun. Oh, listen to that. It's all bassy and weird. You gotta hyperextend your knee just to listen to it. It's not great. So far, I've had no stability issues. That was my biggest concern with GoPro because I keep hearing about freezes and crashes, and so far nothing strange has happened. Every file has worked seamlessly. No crashes, no overheating, no nothing, but it is winter. And I have been shooting in 1080p, which isn't very demanding. We're in 4K now, but it's still winter. So nothing could overheat. You could do a Sony a6300 in 4K, unlimited. It'd be fine. So I'll let you know how the 4K edits in my new computer, and I'll do a video on that soon. And yeah, we're just testing it out. Test out the GoPro, see if it's worth it. So far it might be, but I'm not convinced. I haven't convinced myself. That is a shame. So I'm gonna leave. Gonna go grocery shopping now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt. You can get them with the logo removed completely now. Wow. Alright, we're done. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you in the next one.